Hey everybody, welcome back to War Budgies Fallout Season 3. We are already on Episode 5, which is kind of crazy to me. So thank you guys very much for your patience with last week. We were traveling for most of a week, which is awesome, and then we were sick for like 4 days straight, which is not optimal at all. So now we're back. Now we're going to skip the settlement mode for this one episode, mostly because Nora and Dogmeat had a really good showing at their last episode, but at this point they are still on the road back to daylight when they're going to run into this encounter. So they gained 200 caps from winning the last scenario. They do get to keep those. We're just going to carry them over so we can do a really big build next episode. And before we start the episode, I do want to talk to you guys briefly about the results from last time's poll. You guys voted in terms of what to do with the remnants of the Red Hand to make some scary friends, which is a bold move, and I like it. It was a pretty narrow margin, actually. But what that means is once the Red Hand realizes what's happening at daylight, and they send some people to check it out, we're going to semi-welcome them with, I don't know, maybe only a couple bullets in the gun, and try to make nice with these crazy renegades in the wasteland. Also, Nora was resoundingly the MVP for last episode, so make sure in the comments below you vote for who you think the MVP of this episode is below. There'll also be a link in the description that will take you to the poll to decide what the characters do next. I will talk about that more at the end of the episode. For now, welcome back to Fallout Season 3, and welcome back to Daylight. Brotherhood. They hunting?
Move him closer. Herd him to the center.
No, it's way too many.
They're spreading out. Look out!
Come on, Dogmeat. And here we are in some forgotten corner of the wasteland where the Brotherhood has tried to round up all their potential snacks in one convenient place. This is going to use the Hunters of the Wasteland scenario. This was from the Creatures box, I believe. You can find it for free on Modifius' website. There will be a link in the description below. The short version is, it is two competing teams. So there is, over here we have our favorite, Team Nora. Nora and Dogmeat, they are together almost 300 points, or 300 caps worth. So they are quite boss level. Looping over here, the Brotherhood of Steel, who are out here trying to wrangle the snacks. We've got a Knight in T45 power armor, laser rifle. 2 Night Patrols, laser rifle, and an Eyebot with an Eyebot laser rifle. They are also about 300 points, which means here in the center, we have close to 600 points of critters. Let me even try to go through this. We got rad roaches. You want rad roaches? We got rad roaches. We got glowing rad roaches. We got mirelurks. We got feral ghouls. We got mole rats. You want death claws? We don't actually bring them. So this scenario goes for a maximum of 8 rounds. And the way it works is if someone kills a unit, say if Nora shoots this mole rat, that mole rat is worth 10 caps, so Nora then gains 10 caps. If Nora goes down for some reason, then she drops all of her caps, like Sonic the Hedgehog when he gets hit in the head. Someone else can then pick them up. So the idea is that each of the teams, as a team, has to work to take down as many monsters as they can while also not dying. And a quick note for those who have played this scenario is meant to be played on a 4x4 board. We are playing on a 3x3 because we like to live life on hard mode here at War Budgies. Otherwise, the goal is simply to stay alive and try to rack up as many caps as possible. All the critters are going to be running off of their AI cards. The teams are opposing, and if you're playing this with your friend, you are more than welcome to shoot at each other. For this scenario, given the narrative, we're not going to have Nora and the Brotherhood shoot at each other. They're just going to go for whoever gets the most caps. And since Team Nora is outnumbered 2-1, they will have advantage going into turn 1. Nora's going to roll for VATS, start turn 1. Nora gets 1 VATS. Nora is starting off with her Institute laser rifle, which she only needs to tag twice in order to charge that crit, so that's going to be most of her game plan. Try to do the double tap, and then if she gets a quick action, use that for the crit. We're going to lead off with that. She will do a short range shot at the nearest feral ghoul because she knows that they can move when they're motivated. Hitting on 7s. That is a good hit with an armor break. Feral ghoul has 2 energy armor, so they're down to 1 against 1 energy damage. And they take 1 damage. Second shot, same target. Another good hit. No armor break this time. 1 damage against 2 armor. And takes another damage. And then right off the bat, she will fire her crit into the same target. Feral ghouls while kind of squishy, are worth 50 caps, almost as much as a Mirelurk, just because of the amount of radiation damage that they can deal out. So let's see if she can drop him. Nora automatically hits, deals 2 energy damage plus the following. That is beautiful, more than enough. Our first victim drops to the ground. Nora now has a balance of 49 caps, which is the caps value of the ghoul. Over on the Brotherhood side of the house, the Knight is going to put some shots into the glowing rad roaches up here. The glowing rad roaches are 34 caps worth, and they're only 6 health with low armor, so he's kind of hoping to rack up some points early. Coming in on 6s with the laser rifle. Ooh, 6 is good, bonus damage. 3 energy damage against 1 energy armor. And they take 3, drop to half. Second shot, same target, on 6s. No, that's a miss. Not as impressive of a showing, but the Brotherhood also brought way more guns than Nora and Dogmeat did. Over in the AI side of the house, the roaches up here will get some randomly selected to go next. They will skitter up, targeting enemy within black with the lowest maximum health, which is going to be the Eyebot. And an easy red charge will get them into contact, but unable to attack for this round. Back over at Team Nora, Dogmeat is going to roll for VATS because he is close to Nora. Dogmeat VATS. 1 VATS. And Dogmeat doesn't particularly want to pick a fight with the Mirelurks because what we learned from the Underground episode is that the little guys are pretty scrappy. I mean, there's strong armor bonuses in there, so they're no joke. So Dogmeat instead is going to circle the perimeter, use his quick action to shuffle up yellow, kind of sticking to the outside, looking for prey of opportunity, which he finds immediately in the form of this feral ghoul, making an easy blue charge. And see if he can do some work and then duck out before the lurks are any the wiser. I mean, as wise as Mirelurks get anyways. Rolling the Dogmeat special with a black die for the charge, hitting on 6s. Excellent hit, armor break, bonus damage plus... The bottle cap doesn't do anything in this case. One armor break punches it right through, brings him down to 1 health on this feral ghoul. Over on the Brotherhood turn, the next Night Patrol will shoot his laser rifle into the same glowing rad roaches. Laser rifle hitting on 5. Oh, 5 it is. 1 ignores damage, 1 ignores armor, plus an extra damage. The 2 damage against 1 armor. And the roaches go down. Excellent shot by this guy, that is 34 caps. Now as a reminder, that goes towards his team score, but that model specifically is now holding 34 caps. So if he dies, he will drop all his caps. Second action will be to charge into the rad roaches, so that his little Eyebot buddy can hover away on his turn. A little bit bad news for Dogmeat. This Mirelurk activates next. He will immediately turn, going after the nearest one, and we'll charge into old Dogmeat here. Yeah, we'll swing around this way. He's going to be hitting on 5, so he'll get a black die for the charge, a green die for his buddy. Mirelurk claws have these 3, but any bottle caps will be an extra damage. So give him the claws, or the clamps, or whatever. And that is an absolute miss, which is great, because that was a 5 damage attack. Nothing else for Team Nora, they have gone, so we're going to come back over here to the Brotherhood, where the other Night Patrol is going to start to kind of size up his options here. By size up his options, I mean John couldn't find the measuring stick. So, measuring stick in play. He's going to swing around here. And is going to put shots into, say, the nearest mole rat. Try to rack up an easy, like 10 caps. We'll be hitting on 5s at close range. Swing and a miss. Angry Mole Rat 217 is going to go next. He will shuffle up towards Nora, making a standard move, and then he's got charge red, so he's just going to rush on in there. Our battle report today is sponsored by Monster. It's not actually, but I wish it was. Final member of Team Brotherhood, the Eyebot will hover out of combat for free because he's got a buddy backing him up. And he will put some shots. He'll play laser tag with this ghoul whose back is to him right now. Eyebot laser is a handgun at damage 1, but he's shooting on 8s and he gets 2 black die. So on 8s, hit 3 damage. 3 damage against 2 armor. All right, he takes 2 ghouls down to half health. Now, since that wraps it up for both Team Nora and Team Brotherhood, we have a mess of AIs to resolve, which is going to take a minute. So I'm going to turn off the camera and start to ratchet these guys through their turn. And when something cool happens, I will turn the camera back on and we'll check it out. We're probably going to have at least 1 or 2 melee attacks, maybe against this guy, maybe against Dogmeat. He's still got a reaction, so the first critter to charge towards the lines over here will get a shot from the knight. And as mole rat number 68 that is going to volunteer as tribute, he's going to take a quick action shot from the knight. Hitting on 4s for the quick action. Negatory. And this ghoul is going to turn and repay Dogmeat with a rolled up newspaper of rads. Hero Ghoul Swipe is a black and a green. All the critters count as the same faction, so he does have a Mirelurk bro with him. He'll be hitting on, I need to check. He'll be hitting on 6s. 9, nope. Shot number 2. 6s. Oh, 6 it is. Damage. So 4 damage total with an armor break. Dogmeat has a strong armor bonus, so we have 4 damage against 1+1 armor. Oh, that's not good. All right, Dogmeat takes 3. It takes 3 damage, plus 1 of those is going to flip over and become a rad damage because this is a ghoul. And what a lovely ghoul it is. Just look at that face. And the center of the board has now basically cleared. So here's how it all broke out, because essentially they started to kind of cluster. Team Nora kind of got the raw end of the deal, in the sense that they got more Mirelurks than the other side. Nora's facing down a Lurky, we got a ghoul, and a mole rat. So not too bad on her position. If she can drop the ghoul, that would be advantageous. Dogmeat's feeling Dogmeat's under some pressure right now. But in his case, if he can knock down the ghouls, then he can probably make a breakaway move there, get away from the lurks, and then he will be in the clear. The Brotherhood is fortunate because they have some of the squishier targets over here, but these are also lower value targets, and some of these charges could hurt because the individual Brotherhood members, with one exception, do not have the kind of resiliency that Nora has. So we will move on to turn 2 and see how this all shakes out. Our current standings, I make no apologies for my handwriting. Nora has 49 caps, and the running Patrol Knight has 34 caps. Our event card for turn 2 is a Hidden Observer. Somebody's watching. I hope so. This is going on YouTube. As before, we're going to roll some Nora Vats first. Oh, Nora has no Vats. That may change her options. So ordinarily, it would be a good idea to have Dogmeat go next so he can get out of that little mosh pit over there. The thing is, he is outside Nora's aura, so he's not heroic right now. So what she's going to do is she's going to attack the mole rat, and then is going to try to get within blue distance of him on her move, which should be doable. If she's very lucky, maybe she'll pick up a quick action along the way. So shooting her Institute Laser Rifle into the mole rat, hitting on 5s for close combat. That would have been really good if it were more of a 5 type thing. That is kind of a bummer. So she will have to eat the free attack. She'll declare a step away from the mole rat, and we'll see how this goes. Mole rat has a black die from the charge, yellow die from the mole rat bite, but it's also only hitting on 1s because it's a 10 cap mole rat. And it's a miss. It doesn't really solve any of Nora's problems, but it does put her within range to give Dogmeat heroic, and maybe he can break out of there. They're just going to hope to get lucky once it comes time to choose the first AI. Speaking of feeling lucky, the knight is going to rotate, clump his armor, and fire some shots into this ghoul before it can get into range. Hitting on 6. Good hit, armor break, and 1 goes through armor. 1 damage against 1 armor for the last 1 health. Oh, he's alive. Live being a relative term because ghoul. Let's shoot him again. Still hit on 6. 6 it is. And he will drop, adding 49 caps to the knight's pocket. Mirelurk here by Nora activates, which is better than the one by Dogmeat activating, but still not crazy good. He will turn and do that horrible scuttling noise we all remember from the video game. And give her a good charge in the side. Take a green die for his charge, hitting on 5s. Ooh, all right, spicy crab. That is 3 damage, 2 armor break against 3+1 armor, bringing her to 3 damage against 1+1 armor. She only blocks 1, takes 2. Nora is down to 6 of her 8 health and is still not terribly thrilled about Mirelurks. But the good news is we are now over to the goodest boy, dog meat. Here's hoping for big vats for dog meat. Okay, 1 vat, we'll take it. So he's going to try to pull a page from Nora's book. He's only heroic for his activation, but he also only needs 2 hits in order to get a crit. So dog meat is going to aim for a crit. That means hitting with both attacks, so going with a normal attack into the ghoul he's already injured, hitting on 6s with the dog meat special. 6s it is. Secondary effects as well, but it doesn't matter because the thing is gone. Mirelurk will try to interrupt his little rampage with a claw. Mirelurk hitting on 3s. And he can't stop him. I'm just going to go for the double play and go after the other ghoul. 6-0, wow, good boy. He's actually going to then turn and throw his crit into the Mirelurk next to him, since it's an auto hit with some cool dice. See if he can throw honestly a broken arm would be really nice on that thing. All right, the dog bite crit will automatically hit. Dog meat will do the usual dog meat special plus a black die for his crit. He's going to automatically hit for 2 damage plus the following. Oh, that is exactly what we want to see. Broken arm, 3 damage, 2 armor break. It breaks the Lurk's arm and also reduces his armor all the way down to its basic strong armor, so he will only block 1 and take 2 points of damage. He has 4 remaining, Mirelurks have 6. That was honestly one of the best possible results for Dogmeat. He's crippled 2 of the things that might otherwise try to kill him, meaning that they will have a very hard time even hitting him in the first place. Over on Team Brotherhood, this guy will try to bash those rad roaches with his rifle before they can bash him back. Provides weapon on 4s plus a black die for his charge. Oh, that would have been really good, buddy. Sad face. All right, he'll just shoot the darn thing on 3s. Oh, see, wow, okay, there you go, that's good. 3 damage against 1 armor. Oh, that's important. It's important because they've now taken 3 of their 4 health, they only have 1 left, and they're on fire. So as soon as they activate, they're going to die. Yes, we will be giving the Night Patrol credit for killing him, even if it's the fire, because he did a good job. Meanwhile, this ghoul passes his agility check and is able to charge Nora. He gets a black and a green for ghoul swipe, green for having a Mirelurk buddy, black for his charge. He'll be hitting on 6s. That is a very good hit with a bonus damage and an armor break. 3 damage against 2 armor. She blocks 1, takes 2. Nora's starting to think she might need to invest in some stim packs back at daylight. Meanwhile, back at the Brotherhood, the iBot is going to fire his laser into the rad roaches. Hitting on 6s. Nope. Hitting on 6s. There's your hit, bonus damage. 2 damage against 2 armor. And they take 2 damage. Mirelurk that Dogmeat already bit is going to try to retaliate. He's now only hitting on 3s because his arm is broken. Yeah, that's not a 3. That is very close to a 3, but still no. Broken arm effect is devastating in this game if you don't have a stim pack on hand. Going back over to a Brotherhood, this knight is going to shoot into these guys as fast as he can, see if he can't finish them off. Or at least light something on fire, because we all love it when things are on fire. Or at least I do. Hitting on 3s in close combat. Opening shot, good hit, and of course, on fire. That is assuming the 2 damage doesn't kill them at 2 health. So they have 2 armor, given they're being shot in close combat. 2 against 2, they block it both, but he is on fire. For those of you keeping track at home, I do not play any skirmish games where I'm not allowed to set things on fire. Shooting the other mole rat, same type thing, 3s. Another good hit, no fire this time, but maybe enough damage to just kill him outright. 1 point of damage goes straight through the armor, bringing him down to 1 health. So this is 2 damage against 2 armor. And he survives as well. Did not expect the game's scrappy reward to go to mole rats. Now we're back around to the AI turn. Let's do a quick tally before we take off. We've got a fully charged Mirelurk and an injured ghoul. We're both going to be hacking at Dogmeat. We've got a whole mess of charges from little critters and probably a big stinking dangerous one. So again, we're going to Start burning through these off camera, and I'll turn the camera back on when something cool happens. All right, so a little bit of movement here. The mole rats have swooped around to attack Nora, and we're about to move into the actual attack part of this process. We're gonna go and resolve Dogmeat's little party, starting with the ghoul. Ghoul hitting on 4s. Nope. Second shot on 4s. Hard miss. Mirelurk is going to try. He is the only one not injured in that little mess, so he's hitting on 5s. There's a miss. Come on, crab claws. 7s. Oh, just barely a miss. Dogmeat missing some fur in there, but he is okay. Who's not okay is this guy right over here who has just been charged by this Mirelurk, and assuming he survives, will resolve to mole rats. Giving him the crab claws, green die for having friends, black die for the charge. Hitting on, pull up my app, 5s. No, hard miss. Take the charge bonus out there. Mole rat is on fire, takes 1 point of damage, taking him immediately to half health. Does the fire go out? If he's lucky, it will. He's not lucky, so he's going down in his next activation. Will he have his tiny squeaky revenge? He's got a black die for the charge, green die for his friends, yellow die for mole rat bite. He will be hitting on 3s. Oh, revenge of the flaming mole rat. 3 damage against 1 armor. All right, he takes 2 damage. Probably has tetanus, but that is a problem for later. Rat coming in with the second shot, but without the charge bonus this time. On 3s. Oh, not quite. The other mole rat gets to go. He has a black die for his charge. Coming in on 3s as well. Nope. Charge bonus out. Second attack. No, not even close. Wraps up turn 2. Really interesting turn of events there. We are staying in our little clusters. But Nora, she's kind of feeling some pressure here. She's taken 4, so she's at half health. Dogmeat is also at half health, taking 3, but he has managed to cripple 2 of his opponents, evade their attacks, and he might have a plan for what to do next, as much as Dogmeat has a plan. Brotherhood is in an interesting spot. They have not taken any casualties so far. Casualty in progress there. But otherwise, they're managing to rack up some of the lower cap value things. So let's take a look at the scoreboard and see how we're doing. So at the moment, Nora and Dogmeat are trailing by only 6 points. We've got the patrolman who's running, has picked up the glowing rad roaches and the normal rad roaches. And the knight has dropped a ghoul, and we got 2 ghouls on Nora and Dogmeat's side of the board. Still a chance to even it out, moving into turn 3. Our event card for turn 3 is going to be supply drop. So a crate falls from a vertibird, as the Brotherhood drop off some supplies a little late to the party, if you ask me. But no one asked me. We're going to take a token. We're going to drop it yellow in a random direction from the model with the highest luck. Model with the highest luck, unsurprisingly, is Nora. So this is going to land right here on the other side of the car. Could be something good. When it comes to items here on War Budgies, I randomize 100% out of the gate, so this could be anything. But as usual, we are going to lead off with Survivor Turn. Rolling VATS for Nora. It has started raining outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but sorry about the noise. Nora, double VATS. All right, Nora's going to take a bit of a gamble and see if that item is going to maybe be their saving grace. So her first regular action is going to be to take a yellow move over to the item. That is going to draw a free attack from all 3 of her assailants. Mole Rat, black die for the charge, hitting on 1s because of quick action. Mole Rat misses. Mole Rat would also get a green die. Still misses, but only by a hair that he doesn't have because he's a Mole Rat. Ghoul swings next, hitting on 4s. Oh, Nora's getting lucky today. Actually, Nora's not been getting lucky today because I've been forgetting entirely to use her luck. Mirelurk is going to hit on 3s. 6, 4, no, she is in the clear. Nora kicks open the supply crate and randomly generates a a radioactive bear rib meat. And we're going to randomize whether it's cooked or uncooked because that sounds like fun. Nora is lucky, it is cooked. It is cooked Yaogwai rib meat. This is like DoorDash. Nora will immediately devour this. Gonna heal up everything but her rad damage. That was a stroke of good luck. And we'll give her a couple of strong armor tokens. Still has 2 quick actions and 1 regular action, so we're gonna use as a regular action, she's going to shoot her laser rifle into the injured Mirelurk. Hitting on 9s because she's shooting into combat. Solid hit, but who did she hit? Sequence is gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4 is gonna be dog meat. And the winner is 3, so the Mirelurk who has not yet been injured. Energy damage against 3 energy armor. He doesn't care. Nora did hit, so she did get 1 on her crit meter, so she's going to try to get lucky and get a second one on her crit. She does, so her crits are charged. She's going to launch her crit with a quick action into the nearest Mirelurk. She's going to automatically hit because it is a crit, so no worry about zinging dog meat. So her crit is going to be 2 damage with 2 black, a yellow, and a green, but she's going to use her aim for the gap boost to change out the green die because she's not worried about hitting for an armor break die. So this will be 2 energy damage, 2 yellow, 2 black, trying to crack that Mirelurk, and we're gonna have Crab tonight. Beautiful hit. That is 5 energy damage. 5 energy damage against 3 energy armor. Oh, 5 goes through. And the Crab collapses. That nets Nora 50 more caps, and she will finish her last quick action with an orange move, just to keep herself kind of away from her fan club. Outstanding play by Nora. We're gonna jump over to the Brotherhood, see if they can keep up. All right, this guy's in a bit of a tight spot. He does not want to try to back out of here because odds are he's gonna get kneecapped. We're not worried about this mole rat. He is going to burn up whenever he activates, but the other 2 could do some damage. So instead, his buddy, like a good bro, is gonna say, hold real still, Todd, and is gonna start shooting his laser rifle into this combat. Hitting on 7s for close combat. Oh, we're in business. So one point damage is gonna go through whoever's armor, and we're getting 3 damage total. He's going to nominate, let's say, targets 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the winner is target 4. Oh my god. So yeah, that was they have 1 energy health or 1 energy armor. So Todd descends directly into vapor. Which is all part of the plan because now he is an open firing lane. Shooting at the nearest mole rat because he feels bad. Oh, he feels real bad. He misses. Because someone's gonna ask in the comments, no, you do not get caps for vaporizing your buddy. Randomly selected AI opponent is going to be the injured ghoul next to dog meat. Hitting on 4s. That's not a 4. Hitting on 4s again. That's a 4 with the bottle cap. That does nothing but look good. 2 damage against 2 armor. He blocks 1, takes 1. Dog meat down to 2 health over here, but hanging in. Speaking of which, he's close to Nora, and it is dog meat o'clock. So let's get some VATS. 1 VATS. So as a regular action, he is going to chomp on the feral ghoul, see if he can take him down. Dog meat special, hitting on 6s. 6s with all the bottle caps. They don't do anything in this case, but still, armor break. The feral ghoul goes down, and dog meat gets another 49 caps. Dog meat's gonna spend his quick action to try to bite at the Mirelurk. Hitting on 4s. See, there you go, just barely a hit. Unfortunately, he didn't break an arm, which is what he was trying to do. So 2 damage against 2 + 1 armor. 1 gets through. Kind of hoping for a bit more, but you know what? We understand, buddy. You're having a rough day. He's going to declare a move out of combat and over to the other side of Nora. So we'll give a free swing from the lurk. Mirelurk swinging on a 3. Hard miss. Dog meat retreats to the relative safety of Nora's side. Since the lurks do go after the nearest target, she can provide him some cover now that she has had a delightful snack of barbecue bear meat. Over on Team Brotherhood, the knight is going to do something similar. He will stomp over here. Now protect his buddy. Give him a little nudge up there. And he'll put a shot into, say, the nearest mole rat. On 6s. Good hit. An immediate kill, because that 1 point damage that goes through is all he needs. So that's 10 caps. Critter's turn, this Mirelurk activates. He's going to hustle and shuffle. He's out of charge range at the moment, but he will shuffle here. And will then declare a charge into Nora for next turn. Final representative from Team Brotherhood will be the iBots, who will try, we'll just start shooting close combat. What's the worst that could happen? On 6s. Oh, see, there's a hit with a ton of damage. So at least 2 points of damage is going through. The roaches vanish. Well, they don't vanish, they're still there. They're just gross now. And then he'll try to finish off the mole rat who's on fire just to claim the caps. Hitting on 8s. He misses. But we're gonna go over to the critter's turn, finish out the AI bit. This guy is going to immediately dissolve into flame and ash. We're not gonna give his caps to anybody because the guy who set him on fire is not around anymore. All right, and we're back. We have moved the critters, and it's actually the next day because there was a thunderstorm messing with my audio. So we've got Nora. We're gonna resolve this one Mirelurk that got up into the attack. Otherwise, mole rat came around the long way. Ghoul came up here. And then we got one guy who's gonna go into the night. So we're gonna resolve, we'll do the night first. Hitting on 5, so the black die for the charge. Good hit, bonus damage. That is 2 damage against the T-45's 2+1 armor. Okay, the armor takes 1 of its 3 health. Mirelurk attacking Nora will have the same situation, but with a green die also for having a friend. Hitting on 5s. Oh, that was agonizing. All right, just barely a miss. Overall, a very impressive turn, and we are kind of coming down to the end of things. Maybe. We'll see, going in turn 4. We got a nice cluster here around Nora and Dogmeat, which would have been really bad news if she had not gotten a hold of that supply drop. Brotherhood has to fend off a Mirelurk, but otherwise they are free to move up and start stealing some kills. Just as a reminder, almost everyone on the board is now holding caps, and if they go down, they will drop their caps. So let's move on to turn 4. Our event card is going to be Low Sun, which means not a whole lot for us right now. As for Team Survivor, they're going to start with Dogmeat for this round. Dogmeat rolling VATS. Dogmeat gets a VATS. So right now the Survivors actually have a pretty considerable lead. They're up about maybe 60 caps or so. That is a lead that the Brotherhood can close, given that the Mirelurks are 50 apiece. But just to help strengthen their lead, Dogmeat is going to make his quick action into a charge into this ghoul right there. The Dogmeat special, black die for the charge. Oh, just barely a hit. Excellent. Bonus damage. 3 damage against 1 armor. 3 damage it is. Following up with the second attack. Another good hit with a star. The star is going to be a quick action. And since it is 2 damage against 1 armor, the ghoul goes down, awarding another 49 caps to the Survivors. Dogmeat has now charged his crit, and he will turn to use his brand new quick action to crit into the Mirelurk. It's a flat 2 damage plus the following roll. Wow, all right, 3 damage. 3 damage against 2+1 armor. Wow, all right, takes 2 damage. Dogmeat getting some work done today. Over on Team Brotherhood, Night Patrol is going to hustle up. He figures the guy in power armor can handle that crab. And he'll put a shot into the mole rat. Hitting on 5s. Oh, hard miss. Our randomly selected critter will be this Mirelurk over here, tangling with the knight. Hitting on 5s. That's a hit, 2 damage total. 2 damage against 2+1 armor. Another knock off the armor. Crabs are vicious out here. Second attack. On 5s, no. Nora's gonna roll for VATS. Nora gets a VATS. Nora's turn, she's going to use her quick action to step out of the combat. We're just going to declare that move. Since Dogmeat is covering this guy, this Lurk will be the only one to get an attack. An attack will hit on 3s. Ooh, good hit with an armor break. That is a 1 damage attack, and since she got her rib meat, that simply reduces her down to 1 remaining strong armor. And from this position, Nora is going to put shots into the same mole rat to try to rack up those easy 10 caps. I say easy, but it's turn 4 and this thing's still alive, so go figure. Hitting on 7s. So yeah, here we go. 3 damage, armor break. Yeah, your mole rats have 1 armor and 2 health, so that's another one for Nora. Nora tries to get lucky and get an extra crit point off that. She does not. And so it's going to be a shot into the Mirelurk that's tangling with dog meat to see if she can bring that thing down. And hopefully not dog meat. Hitting on 9s. Good hit, armor break. 1 or 3 is going to be the Mirelurk target. Oh, it's going to be a good day. 1 damage against 2 armor. And it goes through. Brings that Mirelurk down to half health and fully charges Nora's crit meter. Over on Team Brotherhood, the iBot is going to shuffle up because he is out of range of his little laser. And still just out of blue range, so he'll make another yellow move. Mirelurk tries to tear into dog meat on 5s. Not with that claw. Second attack. Ooh, there's a hit, bonus damage, and because he's a Mirelurk, this is bonus damage as well. So 3 damage hit. 3 damage against 2 armor. Oh, he takes 2. Bringing Dogmeat down to his last leg. Brotherhood Knight is going to put some laser rifle shots into his Mirelurk. Hitting on 4s, close combat. Nope, that's a miss. Hitting on 4s. There you go. 2 energy damage against 3 energy armor. Blocks it. Final Mirelurk is going to go for the nearest target, and since these two are the same distance apart, he's going to go for the unengaged one per his AI card and charge Nora. On 5s. That's a beautiful hit with 2 extra damage. 3 damage against 3 plus 1 because she still has 1 strong armor from the Yaoguai meat. Very nice, Nora. But that does remove all the remaining strong armor that she's holding. At the end of the turn, here's the board, just to give you an idea of how things are going for the Brotherhood right now. It is 256 to 137. So Dogmeat alone holds more caps than the entire Brotherhood team combined right now. So in order to secure a Brotherhood win, they would have to claim all 3 Mirelurks while not allowing the survivors to claim any of them. Unless one of the survivors, who is on very little health, happens to drop and then Nora can't pick up his caps. Now, since the survivors are going to get to go first in the next turn and their first action is going to pretty obviously be pulling Dogmeat out of combat because he can easily just run circles around the Mirelurks all day long. What we're going to do is we're going to give him a shot to go ahead and leave combat, and if Dogmeat is able to pull himself out right now, we will call this a survivor victory. Mirelurk's only going to get 1 shot, hitting on 3s, but if he deals a single point of damage to Dogmeat, then he gets to drop him. So here we go, giving him the claws. We got a 3, we got 2 damage on this one. That's 2 physical damage against 2 physical armor, so if we do not see a 2 on this die, Dogmeat's going down. And there it is, folks. Dogmeat survives, scoots away. Give him a good red move out of there. And he is content to take his 140 some odd caps all around town, running circles around the rest of the guys. Nora's back up to almost full. She's not going down anytime soon, so the Brotherhood is going to have to concede that the survivors are just the better hunters today.
Thanks for the assist, Wastelander.
That wasn't an assist, we just saved you. What are you thinking trying to take on all these at once?
Do what you have to. It's the logistics of feeding an army.
An army?
We've been running into stiff resistance since the Red Hand fell. We're bringing in support.
Right. I think I'll just take my mole rat and leave then.
Not sure I could stop you either way. We'll see you soon, Wastelander.
So we have another victory in the books for Nora and the gang, mostly thanks to what may be the most fortuitous supply drop event I've ever seen since I've been playing this game. But that was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. Hope you guys did as well. As far as the next option, we've essentially circled back around to daylight. So at the end of this, Nora and Dogmeat are going to take their winnings or spoils, and they're going to proceed back to base. Once they do, we're going to go back to the original 3 options. So we can hunt around for arms and armor. We've met 2 of the factions now. We've met the remnants of the Red Hand, and the Brotherhood now know that they're out there. So we could try to beef up some arms and armor. We could fortify the defenses of daylight, or we can start exploring the local area and try to look for some allies. So link will be in the description below. Hop over there. We'll give until, say, Wednesday, Thursday, just later this week, and I'll tally up, see what we got, and that'll dictate next episode. So thank you guys for watching, as always.